Hello, and welcome back to Roll for It, the Shadowrun tabletop RPG show, where we all go and do despicable deeds in the names of money.
Despicable? Come on.
Okay, Caber isn't here. Mainly somewhat dodgy, maybe not despicable.
Exactly.
So far tonight, the group have been contacted by someone they did a run against to fit him up for drug doping in a fight match, and then Pug took their place. This troll named Tiny and then told them that he was aware that his business partner had been acting weirdly, that people at the club, the boxing gym that he owns, had been acting weirdly. And he then asked them to look into it, and that about 30k, somewhere in that region, had been withdrawn by large, his business partner, from their account for the boxing gym, and he doesn't know where it went. You guys were asked to look into all the dodgy things. You found out that a previous acquaintance of yours, Bob, a previous drug addict, now seemingly drug dealer, had some sort of goings-on and connection there, and that he had been dealing possibly out of the gym. A couple of his contacts appeared to have been people at the gym, but they're not on the members list, but are now chasing you, and you are now currently in a driving firefight in near central London, just off Islington. Pug, unfortunately not being with you at the moment, is running down a flight of stairs to try and catch up with you guys at a crossroads ahead. And you are waiting in and out of traffic as someone tries to take pot shots at you with a submachine gun. Now, of course, so far, we are accepting tips to be able to get some awesome arts and stuff. And, of course, they help promote the team and give them buffs. So far, you've given them a whole load of die. I think you have something like 5 die left. Might be 6, actually. 6 die left. And you also have 2 refresh points of edge you have not used. And we're getting awfully close to another point of edge. Yeah,
that's
people were like, yeah, without Caber here, you need this help.
How many points of edge do we have?
They're not wrong.
2 refresh.
Amazing.
Let me just double check. When we get to... yeah,
you gotta
we've had
hurry
2
up.
points of edge. When we get to 300, so we get another $40, the rest of the team who hasn't have a refresh point of edge gets a refresh point of edge. Since we're one short, I will say that we also get another point of that. And then when you get to 500, there's a Favour, which could be crazy. But yeah, so we're going to dive straight back in. You have a lot at your disposal right now. And we in the initiative order are up to Pseudo again.
Okay. Right. What other vehicles are there on the road right now?
Considering they've just seen a crash happen behind you and there has been gunfire going on, bear in mind that submachine gun does have a suppressor on it, so it's fairly quiet. It's still, pretty loud. There's a lot
Did
of
the
people
guy scream when he got hit in the shoulder?
You drove past them pretty quick. You think so, but you were going 30 miles an hour, and
like,
they...
"Wah!"
Yeah, pretty much. The cars behind you have just given you massive leeway now. They know that shit's going down. They've just left you alone. The cars ahead of you, a lot of them are slowing down ahead, and there are a couple ahead of you within, say, 50 meters that are just sort of slowing down to a crawl as they see you going past.
Okay.
They're pulling over like
Are there
it's,
any
like I said,
speed
an ambulance
cameras?
coming by.
Yeah, sure, there's quite a few around this part.
Okay. But at the moment, we're actually observing the speed limit. Not the road safety rules, but the
Yeah,
speed limit
technically.
is being observed. Technically. Okay. Right, I'm going to push a message to Blowback. You can afford to push this van to its limit. They probably can't afford to do the same.
What you have in mind?
You can be a lot more reckless right now than normal. I don't think they're going to be able to keep up.
Yeah, I was gonna try and lose him at the corner. Are we at the corner yet?
You are this turn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Welcome to the corner.
We're about to get sideways. Hit that turbo, make it go. That's the sound a turbo makes when it spins up.
You have a turbo on your van.
I'm going to add a further addendum to the message that I'm pushing to Blowback.
Mm-hmm.
Later, install caltrops, oil slicks, other defensive measures. I can be much more useful if there are devices that I can control.
Spy
You guys
hunter,
are trying
man.
to turn this into the Mach 5.
You need the oil
have,
slick,
like-
you need the smoke screen, you need the road tag.
I want some sort of drone bomb that's just anchored to the bottom of the van, but when it needs to, we could just detach it. And he's got his own little wheels, and it starts zipping out and tries to drive underneath an enemy car, magnetize itself to the bottom, then detonate.
No, you need those spikes in the hubcaps. Just jam in the car as you drive by.
Kneecappers, yes. Yes, we do. Ah, glorious.
I've been seeing tons of semis with those recently, like especially down in SoCal. Like kneecappers on semis. I thought they were illegal because they stick out hella far, but I see them all over the place now.
That doesn't sound safe. Okay,
That's all there was
Sudo,
to the
what are you
story.
doing in addition to that? That
I'm gonna hold my turn, the rest of like my actions in terms, because I imagine those were free actions for me because I'm in Hot Sim, right? I'm gonna hold my actions. I'm looking for an opportunity to interact with the device. Now, specifically, I'm very interested in either Layla or Ben. Any devices that I recognize as them in my kind of sphere of awareness, and I would then like to be able to take an opportunity to react to them.
Sure. Okay.
I don't want to alarm anyone, but I think Ben Ward and Layla Jones may be clones.
Yes, they use the same icon. Generic civilian number 1.
They look related.
Maybe. Right, that brings us to blowback.
All right, so at the corner, I'm gonna try and hit it as hard as I can to lose them at the corner, and then accelerate out once they go the other way and have to turn around.
Okay. So give me your very best reaction plus pilot plus your bonus from the crazy sprite.
Canyon, I love your idea. Blue shell. It's all about the blue shell. They're in front of us right now. Blue shell.
That should be
That's what
your,
we need
your
right
drone.
now.
Your drone, you should just have it in like a blue shell case.
It'd be so good.
8 successes.
Wow.
That is limited by my handling, though.
2.
What is your handle limit naturally?
3, and so I got a 4, which means he defended.
So like you get up to the turning and you're trying to push it as hard as you can, and then you're like, right, this is like as fast as I can turn this wheel, and you turn the wheel over and the entire van sort of skids around this corner at 30. Little bit drift on the back there. Not very fast, but you push it to the very limit, but it's just not fast enough, and they slow down a little bit and follow you around the bend.
That's one of the reasons why we need something other than the van.
Yeah.
I was kind of leaning towards like a sports car or something with a sedan at least that I could kit out.
Tank.
Sports van?
I mean, there's a Mercedes van that's way better than the one that I have right now.
Mercedes
So-
tank. A MiG.
I like the idea of putting turbos on this van. I think we can make it work.
What about
Yeah, we
turns
got to
on the
get it so
tank?
it doesn't turn off when you park
A
it.
MiG
You got to
tank.
wait for the turbo to clear out. Just sits there and runs. Yup.
Right, that brings us to Pug.
Got to keep Pug Korg down these stairs. Got to get to the bottom.
Okay,
What
give me
floor are we on
another-
anyway?
Pun? What floor are you
What
on?
floor are we on?
You're on about 4
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Three. Okay, so with 3 that you managed to drop like another 2 floors quite easily, just bounding like over railing to railing. You
We're
go
getting good
past
at it
someone
now.
walking up the stairs carrying like towels or something, and they just look at you very confused. Part of the railing does buckle a little bit in your hand because you're putting 400 kilos on it, but yeah, you managed to go down. You're on about the 2nd floor now. Right, that brings us to Ben. Ben's just gonna make sure he does the maneuver to try and... No, he's gonna drive behind you and just really tailgate you, like, to the max. Yeah, he's really close up bumper to bumper now. Then it's Layla. She's going to do something, because you can't see her or know where she is. Actually, she'd be using 8, so I need to roll 1 extra. Still, she doesn't crash. That makes it -10 from an initiative. Okay. Pseudo.
Okay.
Is there no way to just like shut the car down?
Not if it's not online. I can't interact with it if it's not online.
How would you take a car offline? Because to be registered with like the city and everything, wouldn't it have to be attached to it as a registered vehicle?
Yeah, but they've shut down the wireless on the car. So it's effectively, I don't know if that's possible or not.
I mean, technically, if someone wanted you to be broadcasting sin in a certain area, which this area would require, it would be illegal because you're not broadcasting a sin because you've got nothing wireless.
But
But other
already
than that, you don't.
I don't think they care.
Yeah.
All right. What? No, I'm gonna come out of Hot Sim. I'm gonna go back into Meat Space. How do I affect my initiative with that?
You would need to just re-roll and then -10.
Okay.
And that'd be a simple action.
9, which is 0. So.
Okay, so you immediately effectively lose all further turns. So yeah, if you put yourself on 0, blowback.
Just continue controlling the vehicle, I guess, until
Okay.
we meet up with Pug. I mean, actually, could I slam on my brakes now that they're behind me?
Yeah.
How far away is Pug in actuality? Could he run here? Because I'm kind of sick of these guys. I'm about to shoot him.
Probably about 200 meters, 250. Getting closer.
Okay, we'll continue a little bit.
Okay.
I thought you said they were tailgating us, like they were literally right behind us.
Yeah, no, they are.
Oh,
He's
right.
talking
Sorry, yeah,
about Pug.
Pug is 200. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, how are they 200 meters? Is that what tailgating is to you, EE?
He's a very cautious driver.
Yeah. Right, that brings us
The
to
2-minute rule with EE, not the
Pug.
2-second rule.
Pug.
Last of the stairs. We got to do it. More pug
Okay.
core.
I like Pug Core. And with that, you manage to just about sort of into the bottom stairwell.
I'm gonna give
Oh,
Chad
thank
The
God.
floorboards kind of buckles a little bit under you. Doesn't fully break,
Or
but
it's,
yeah.
they better have concrete here, man. It's a stairwell.
It's a good point. There's probably concrete there. You'll be able to take the strain. Yeah, it's probably concrete. You're right. Kind of feel like the tendon in the back of your ankle go.
It's
"Oh,
fat."
it's pretty heavy, but yeah, you're now on the bottom. That makes it Ben Ward. Ben is going to not like ram, but he's going to nudge the back of the van and then push the throttle. So he's going to try and increase your speed. Yeah. Do you want to resist
Do
this?
I get to... Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you will just make a vehicle handling check like normal.
Okay. So just pilot plus my stats plus all my other stuff? Okay.
Yeah.
This definitely is not happening. I need a
as
car
they go
with
to
better
accelerate,
handbrake.
you just like hit the brakes slightly and bump them back, and every time they go to try and like actually push bumper and then push, you just tap the brake to be able to force them back. And they don't manage to actually get like a solid lodge on you. Their engine is much smaller than the engine you have in this van anyway. Okay. I'd like you to make me a perception check, blowback, at -3. Okay. Roll me reaction plus reaction plus intuition at -2.
About to run over somebody's cat, aren't I?
Child detected in road ahead.
Whoa!
So you finish like looking in your wind mirror and sort of bouncing the car back, and you turn and you catch a glint out the left side, and you turn and you see this dark red sedan accelerating incredibly fast down a 90-degree road towards you. It's Layla's car.
Oh no.
She's doing a ram attack. Which I believe she just makes an attack roll against you with her car.
It's Attack of the Clones.
She's going to pre-edge.
Damn. Exploding sixes.
Holy crap. 5 with 5 extras.
Nice.
Wow, that was the worst continue roll ever. Sure, blowback. You get to make your normal vehicle handling check, limited by your handling.
I'm gonna pre-edge to unlimited.
That is probably the best use of edge I've heard of yet.
Yeah, that was actually very good. Very, very good.
Thank you, chat. I think that was Starman that said that one, or who said that? I don't know. Somebody said I should pre-edge, and I was like, no, not on a little dumb. I'm not gonna pre-edge on like a 3-roll. This I need to pre-edge on though. This is definitely. All right, pre-edge with exploding 6s. I don't want to die.
Nice.
Yeah.
Another 4 dice as well, because exploding 6s.
There we go. So 7 successes.
Okay, so as you see her coming forwards, you just stamp on the accelerator and you swing the back at as she sort of... She's going to just miss the driver's cab, which she was aiming for, going to hit the back. But you swing the back out and you manage to just miss her. However, Ben Ward, who's currently tailing you, he gets bonus because he's aware of what's going on.
Oh, they're like hooking up right now. They got like on the line. They're like, all right, get him, take him.
How could they?
He almost hits her, but breaks at the last minute, and she shoots off between your cars. She's going to make a roll to see if she can like brake in time for careening through the other side of the road, which is very hard. She plows into stationary traffic and a crowd of pedestrians waiting to go into a club.
Wow.
We just had to increase the body count. She goes into a line of people going into the club.
She's going incredibly fast right now. Unfortunately, the actual rules for ramming in the book are pretty terrible in terms of how they scale damage. So she's going about 45 miles an hour right now. 45 miles an hour. The chance of death when hit by a car is about 92%. There are multiple people there, so they slow her down. But you could basically say that probably at least 4 or 5 people have probably just died.
I like how you're explaining that the car was slowed down by rolling into people.
It's cars. People are like bags of water. We are good at slowing things down.
Yeah, we slow bullets down really well.
Yeah, really
Thump,
well.
thump, 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 thump.
We're also now up to an extra point of refreshed edge.
Oh,
The
God.
bouncer's just sitting there at the door. People are screaming, "Let me in! The car's coming!" He's like, "No, you can't get in."
Not on the list.
You're not on the list.
No, the car sort of goes through like 1 or 2 people in front of it, and then this doorman who's just holding his hand out to stop people going in, just big orc fellow, like really muscly, just it careens in and just and just like coughs up blood and then sort of collapses over the bonnet.
Should have been that troll bouncer from before who was bigger than Pug. He could just put his hand down on the bonnet and the car would have stopped. His hand would have just imprinted all the way into the bonnet.
Probably true. I also need to
Also
double
awesome.
check how she dies. She takes half damage because she initiated the ram.
I like how
Half of
she
an
doesn't...
awful lot is still a lot.
She also turned the airbags off in her car.
What?
Because apparently hackers make use of your airbags. So she turned them off.
Basically, EE wanted this storyline to go through really badly.
But if they had the car's whole wireless turned off, why wouldn't they just leave the safety on? I mean, there's no reason for airbags to be turned off.
Good point. Yeah.
She was panicked.
Nonetheless, she resists 2 points of damage. She has to resist something akin to 30 points of damage.
Awesome.
Steering wheel through chest syndrome.
So all you
I
see
really
is
feel quite bad about all of the people who just died, though. It's like
Pseudo
I mean,
look
there's
what you just
literally
did.
nothing Pseudo could do about that one, but because it was. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if Pseudo was driving the car, he'd have taken it because they're like, the van. I'll just hope I survive, but it'll definitely stop the car. But if I dodge, loads of people are gonna die. If he was completely aware of the situation, but realistically. I mean, he's not going to feel massively guilty about that one because it was someone else who did something bad.
yeah. So like what
We just
happens is
avoided it.
you see just over Suda's form as Suda gets up, you just see this red sedan coming at you 45 miles an hour, stamp the accelerator, swing the back out slightly, it shoots in between your 2 cars, plows into 2 other cars, flips over flat so that the roof is going towards the door to this club, squishes several people, bonnet catches this bouncer, and then just flat pancakes back. Like the entire thing crushed down to like maybe 2 foot tall.
Wow.
And you're just bombing up the road at 30 miles an hour, maybe 35. So yeah, you didn't get a full glimpse of that, but it was pretty gross. There's a lot of mess.
Starman, in my defense, Pseudo didn't realize that the taxi firm have given their dog level 8 automatic drivers the fantastic idea that when they're trying to swerve out of the way of hitting something at 30 miles an hour, the best thing to do is speed up.
Yes,
You
accelerating
told it
into
to
stuff.
ram something. You didn't tell it to avoid something.
Willback says, "No, that's how you crash a party," and puts his shades down.
Oh God!
Wow, that is like karma worthy.
That's minus 10 initiative to everyone. That's a new round.
Okay, I'm in meat space now, so it's meat space initiative. Okay, that's not too bad. It's a good roll for a meat space initiative.
I don't know why Layla's rolling. Layla can fuck off.
Is this Kevin's club? Please let it be Kevin's club. Please.
No,
Please.
Thankfully, Kevin's club's in a different part of London.
Oh, come on. We've been driving forever. Damn it.
This whole show's been driving.
It's okay, we're just
Surely we
we're the
should
new
have
Top
done a
Gear.
ring around Kevin's club by
We're the new
now.
top. Oh, wow.
23. Yeah,
Well
that's
back.
a sexy roll right there.
Nice.
I gotta get some better wired reflex. I gotta spend some money on some cyberware. That's what I need. Or a motorcycle. Or a sound system. Or an Xbox.
Or an Xbox.
Just get an Xbox in the misery machine.
Yeah, like that guy with the PlayStation in his trunk in Fast the Furious. Yup.
What's the plan, Blowback?
Just continue on. We still got the one car behind us, right?
Sure. Do you want to speed up?
Yeah, I'm gonna speed up as we make towards Pug's place, and the plan is to kind of drift the car in up to the curb, so it'll drift in, kind of spin around backwards, facing the vehicle that's coming at us. Maybe that's a bad idea. Maybe I won't do that.
That would be very hard for handling 4 vehicles to do.
We can make it happen. No, I'm just gonna make a beeline for his place, and then we'll come up with a maneuver on the way by.
Okay. So yeah, if you want to just increase the speed, just make me a general handling check. I'm sure you'll do fine. You can't crit glitch anyway.
Can we just assume that I succeed by buying hits?
Yeah, you massively succeed. It's fine. You speed up. You speed up 2 speed increments. Effectively, you're now going at max speed down this road. You're probably doing about 85, 90 in this van. Can't really go much faster, I think. So you're pushing 100.
Wow, that's a souped up van. Damn.
Yeah,
Siri
you're trying
is
your best.
exploring in the background.
Swerving in and out of traffic. That's the hard part. At that speed, swerving in and out of traffic is very difficult on this road. Luckily, you've just got crazy amounts of dice, so... that makes it Pug.
Oh my god, are we finally outside? Tell me Pug's outside.
You're
Pug goes
basically like
outside.
at the bottom of the lobby.
Okay, Pug goes outside. Goes towards the destination.
Do you want to make a sprint check?
Yes! How did you do that?
I just want to do something.
You don't have athletics, so it's strength -1.
Cirilla? You're right.
He's got to go punch a ferret.
You didn't like fail by crit glitching or anything, so effectively you don't add any extra speed. So your entire turn, you move your run speed, which is how far?
28.
So yeah, you move 28, you get out the door, and you turn left, and you head up the street towards the main road, which they're coming down. You're only probably about, probably about 25 meters from the junction itself now. That brings us to Ben. Ben has to try and catch up with you. Negative dice because it's a busy road. Yeah, manages to just about keep on your tail. Only just managing it, though. Pseudo.
Okay. Where is Ben? Like, Ben is actually still keeping pace with us behind
Just
us.
about, yeah. He's about, 2 second behind you gap.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to turn to Blowback. What can I do right now? I feel useless. They've locked me out of any kind of control of their devices. If you've got anything you need my help with, then I'm all ears. But right now, I'm
Use
just...
your gun.
Hand me that Ares. in the back.
Okay. Then at that point, I go back and I grab the Ares and
Wait,
I
which
hand
one?
it over.
One of them's bad.
I don't know.
Oh,
Well, actually, no one knows which one's bad.
Just don't shoot the rocket launcher. That's all we need. Just don't shoot the grenade launcher.
No, all I'm doing is I'm picking up the Ares and I'm handing it to Blowback. Like I'm moving around at the back. I grab the Ares and I hand it over.
Do you have to take any like balance
So I've
checks?
got it,
'Cause
like-
you're going 85, swarming through traffic and everything.
Make me, a gymnastics check. You don't have gymnastics? Legit -1.
Don't think so. So that would be.
I push a message to Pug that says, "Gonna chuck you a gun on the way by. Get ready for it." It's about to get pink mohawk as hell up in here.
One success.
One success. You managed to just about stay upright. It does take you your entire turn to pick up this gun,
that's fine.
though, and you managed to get it off. You can hand it to Blowback next turn.
Okay. So I get back to my front seat, so like I just kind of shakily reach out, grab the Ares, and then manage to pull myself back without falling over.
Yeah, I mean, this is like you're 90 miles an hour zooming in and out of traffic. It's pretty, like, you're getting thrown side to side.
Pretty dicey. And the back of the van is full of bloody guns because
Yeah.
no one has the foresight to take them out.
Also, there are no windows in the back of the van. So when you're trying to predict where the motion is going, you can't. It's like being inside a train. When you like go to the toilet and it's like, oh, there's no door, like windows in here. Like, cool.
No. EE. You never go to the toilet in a train. This is basic noob level knowledge.
Fair enough. But yeah, okay. So you grab
Dodgy
the
things happen in the toilets of trains.
gun. That makes it
Where
Blowback
did-
again. So over -10 in the initiative.
So estimated, how long is it going to take me to get to Pug from where I'm at right now?
You're going pretty fast. Probably next round.
Okay, I'm
pretty
going to start
soon in the next
decelerating.
Shut your mouth, Yannick.
If you decelerate now, yeah, it will be later in the next round. It depends what you want to do.
Yeah, so I'm going to start decelerating so that when I chuck this gun out the window, it doesn't become like a speeding meteorite towards my troll.
I was wondering if you're going to chuck a 90-mile-per-hour gun at a troll. I was like,
I
troll's
considered
good, but like that's a good way to get broken like skull. 90-mile-per-hour gun would be painful. But yeah, okay, you
we're
can
slowing
decelerate
down.
one notch. Yeah. I won't make you do a test. You can buy hits because there's not even a chance of crit fail.
Yes, you know how to press the brake.
Yeah. I mean, you're still doing like 60, 65 weaving in and out of traffic though, so... right, that makes it Pug.
All right, he's gonna head to the intersection. We're still 25 meters away. Or something
Okay, no,
like
your
that.
movement is once per turn. It's split over your actions, so that people who have loads of actions don't just suddenly become super fast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
Otherwise,
you can
like,
act,
Tabor-
but you're still moving that 28 we talked about last time.
On a good turn, Cable would be able to move 48 meters if he was running. That would just be ridiculous. Because I think fast, I can run fast too. I am basically the Flash.
Gotcha. Okay, well, does Pug know anything about this area? I mean, he lives down the street.
Yep.
Does he know anything that he could possibly use against this car that's coming down the road? Is it like a newspaper box or something, or a telephone booth that he can rip up and throw at the car or something? Anything.
There's like a mini drinks cabinet attached on the walls here
oh,
that you could.
now we're talking.
If you could pull, like, it's just got a couple of little bolts in the wall, very small ones even, and like some of them are pretty rusted through. You could probably rip that off the wall, and
They're not troll tested bolts.
they really aren't. They're
We
not.
need to get some sort of adrenal thing, but Pug has no what was it called? No essence left to do this. But
If he takes stuff out and then gets better stuff that takes less essence, he can then, yeah.
Like, if we could get some sort of adrenal thing as well. So on command, he's just got ridiculous amounts of strength on top of his normal strength. So for like one action, he is literally just ripping whole things up. Like, this telephone pole, just whoom.
I mean, there's the drinks cabinet. There's a small giveaway sign at a small intersection here.
The sign, is it like a park bench?
There probably wouldn't be a park bench. They get really easily vandalized.
Firing coke.
There is what else is there? There's a little cafe across the street which has like some little metal chairs outside.
Oh, furniture outside. Perfect. Yeah, furniture has like pokey things on it. That'd be good.
Yeah, you can go for any of those if you want with your movement, and then you just do an action to try and rip one of them up or something.
Yeah, can we pick up some? Can we pick up some of the equipment outside?
So the furniture is pretty lightweight metal. They don't have any troll-tested ones like normally outside. You have to go inside and ask like you would for a kid chair or a high chair, or whatever. But you have like some pretty pliable but still metal furniture that's easy to pick up. You can lift it up right and go.
What's got the most legs that would probably go through a windshield?
I mean, if you want, you probably won't wait to go for a windshield. Otherwise, the one of the legs is just going to bounce off and turn over the top. If you want weight, you've got the drinks machine, and you've also got the stop sign, give way sign if you can pull that out.
Drinks machine.
Up the ante.
Okay, so give me a strength plus body check as you try and lever it out and use your weight to try and rip one corner off.
You roll so many dice when you do that. It makes me sad.
Like 2 of the bolts just shear off. These are the ones that are a lot more like rusted and stuff, but the ones at the bottom are still kind of there, although now you have leverage on it. So right, that's end of round.
That's a natural roll.
Yeah.
God.
That's
No
why I said it
diagnostics,
makes me
no
feel
nothing.
sad. That's why it makes me feel so sad.
Blowback. You've got one last action before the turn ends.
Okay, I'm gonna decelerate further.
Okay, you're down to 30 miles an hour then.
And then can I like pre-aim the gun to throw it to Pug, like get ready with it, or is it just gonna be like Nyah! As I go
yeah,
by?
Pseudo, you gave him the gun this turn. Sorry, last turn, because we haven't deducted all the initiatives properly. Yeah, so you give him the gun. You can't really aim it because you need to be able to aim it at a target that's there, and currently there is no target there. But you can just be ready with the gun in one hand. Right, that brings us to a new round, so everyone reroll initiative.
Ooh, yeah, got a good roll.
Okay, that makes it blowback.
Okay, so presumably we're going by Pug right now.
You will be at the end of this turn because he slowed down.
Okay. Never mind then. I'm going to continue just maintaining the vehicle then.
Okay. Ben is going to take some pot shots at your vehicle again. Not that this ever goes anywhere.
I will phase the vehicle out of existence like the ninja that I am, and the bullets will strike other things.
Pug.
Like Neo inside this vehicle.
-5, but make your test. Yeah. Bullets sort of spray past, hitting passing cars, ripping some windshields and taillights out. Okay, that makes it Pseudo.
Does it make it me? I'm 14. Oh, Ben tried to shoot. That's right. Okay. Well, I'm just holding. I'm gonna hold my action at this point. Well, I've got to give you a reason for that. No. There's nothing for me to do, so I'm simply going to keep watch in AR for any devices that might come online from Ben.
Sure. Pug. Strength check plus body.
Oh yeah.
It's not like a large drinks machine. It's a bit of a diddy one, but you've now got it on your shoulder and you can run that towards the corner.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're
Let's
on
do
the
it.
corner right now. You can see the cars approaching.
Do I know which one is following them? It's the one going fast, I assume.
As soon as you say that, anyone with a neural link, Pseudo, could probably send you it really quick and just be like, this car.
Sure.
Yeah. So you can see the car following them. Right, that makes it a new turn. Everyone deduct 10.
Avic, I think your house might have an infestation.
Shut up.
Blowback, -10. Okay, blowback, you're up.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna try and maneuver the van so that Pug has an easier throw, so that it lines up better, so that
This
it's like
one's
more
midnight, by the way,
perpendicular.
Kenny.
Okay, so you just sort of position it and sort of swerve out the way at the last moment to try and give him a straight-on view. So you move effectively over into the other lane so that it's closer to Pug, going sort of straight sort of past him, and then pull back. Sure. I'll let you buy hits on that because you're insane. Do you want to throw the assault rifle?
Is he going by right now?
Effectively, this is the chance, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a ping on the gun on the way by with like a little arrow on our AR, and just chuck it out the window as close as I can get it to him.
Okay, you will need to make a thrown weapon test, and you need to half the number of die you have because you're doing it one-handed for a weapon that really needs to be thrown two-handed. It's also because it's kind of awkward. You're trying to lob it out of a window while driving the car.
Okay.
So you need to half the number of die you have.
I have 4 dice right now. Do you guys want to use bonuses or anything or not?
Yeah,
Save
go
them?
for it.
Yeah,
Use it.
How many bonuses do we have?
Like 6.
A lot.
we have
Okay.
lots.
I'll use 2 of them.
Go ahead, knock yourself out.
Okay, that will scatter. You're going very fast, well, compared to a normal throw. Four meters. So basically it skitters 4 meters past Pug into the lane going the other way. So basically the one much closer to Pug, because Pug's actually across that lane. So it is in traffic now. Ben's gonna go.
I'm gonna have to press you.
I know, I'm just trying to think. He's gonna try and see if he recognizes Pug. And by try, I mean I'm just gonna see if he does.
Damn it, Pug's got a freaking biker helmet on.
Oh, you have, yeah. It's great, he can't recognize you. Doesn't matter. In which case, yeah, he's just gonna keep shooting you. No, he hasn't done his drive test this turn, so he just drives. He manages it just, yeah. And that brings us to Pseudo.
Okay.
You notice that Pug has a wireless drinks cabinet above his head.
Run diagnostics on the cabinet to make it more aerodynamic.
The funny thing is, written.
It's not a
rules as
device
written-
action. It is not a cabinet's device action.
Oh, come on.
Just because you run diagnostics on my laptop
He's
to
using
make it run faster.
the device.
What you can do is you can make it dispense cans so that it goes in the right direction.
It spits them out to modify its trajectory.
Just steering itself with the ejecting cans. Oh my god, that would be so good.
You totally
I'd have to have a
mean,
pilot
that would
skill.
Technically. Pilot
it would
drinks can. Do you
actually
have a pilot
help.
vending machine? Did you pick that character creation?
All right,
As it
pilot
happened,
bending.
I did.
I like those
No,
obscure skills.
Okay, where is Ben in relation to where Pseudo can see right now?
Ben's rear of the van, probably about the 5 o'clock on the van, because the van's just pulled back into your lanes.
Okay, so
where's it
it's
pulled out
basically
before.
blind spot for the passenger side then.
Yeah, actually it is.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm going to. At this point, let me just check on my ammo. Dum-dum-dum. No, there's literally nothing I can do.
You can't shoot a gun?
He's kind of actually
I've
in the
got a
blind
light
spot
pistol.
right now. Yeah.
I've got a light pistol. I could try and shoot through Blowback's van, but I've got a funny feeling that I would just end up with a knuckle sandwich and me knocked out in the back of the van.
I mean, you could also lean across Blowback. It would be a difficult firing position, but you could do that.
We don't know each other well enough for
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
So yeah, you're gonna hold your turn.
You know what? Yeah.
You can hold your turn based on if the car comes into view, you'll take a shot at the driver.
What skill is used for throwing grenades, by the way?
Thrown weapon. No, wait. Heavy weapons. For throwing grenades,
just
it's thrown.
for throwing it.
Thrown weapon, yeah.
Let me see what my skill is with that. Throwing weapon. Pretty bad. No, I'm just gonna hold my turn. Continue looking for the device.
You can hold it based on if the car comes back into view, you can take a shot. Was that like what you do?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Pug, the main event.
All right, I need to know what skill check is this? Pug's gonna throw this. Yes. Okay.
Okay, it'd be throwing weapons. It'd be a -2 because it's not aerodynamic or intended for this. It's got a lot of
Use
momentum,
all the
though.
extra dice. It's fine. Use all of them.
Use one of the points of edge. Screw it. You still got like 2 sitting around.
Okay, so should I pre-edge? Or
Pre-edge post. Probably better for you to post. Oh no, actually, what's your limit?
Limit for physical?
Yeah.
10.
Post edge for you. Post
Yeah,
edge.
post.
Yeah. And you can use any of the bonus die you've got. You've got 4 bonus die as well.
All right, I'll use 2 of those.
Okay.
You can use all of them. I mean, it's using a bit of meta knowledge here. We are actually fairly late in the stream right now.
Ooh, post edge. So roll 9 again.
Okay, 6 successes. Not bad.
6 successes. Okay. We're gonna see if he gets taken by surprise.
I think it should be a heavy minus modifier. No one expects a flying vending machine. Not unless they've seen some serious shit in their time. Do they expect
To be fair,
a flying
if
vending
you see
machine?
a troll with a vending machine, you're already going to pay attention to that. You're not going to be suddenly surprised when he throws it. But yeah, he does just about, like, last minute go, what? So yeah, he's going to make a defender action. So vending machine with +5 hits. Were you throwing at just the car in general?
I was looking at the front of the car. I want to try to stop it.
Oh, you need to put it through the windscreen.
That's the front.
True.
I'm like not throwing it at the side of the car.
It got enough hits, I'll say it's the windscreen. Normally it would have to be a cold shot, but for the purpose of this, I will say it was, because it's pretty epic anyway. So that's +5 damage. Generic thrown object is probably strength plus a modifier. What's your strength? 8?
8.
8. So strength +5, 13, and then he's going 30 miles an hour.
Oh, I have to do this quote. Someone had a great quote in chat.
Yeah.
Pug has to say, "This drink's on me," or "Have a drink on me."
Can I give chat bonus karma?
I think you should.
Yeah, chat, you get a
good.
point of bonus karma. That was really good. I really appreciate that. Okay, so you lob the vending machine. It's 13 points of damage, plus it's a vending machine, so I'd probably rule it has an extra 4. Plus its speed, so we're probably talking in the region of 25 points of damage, because it's hitting at 35 miles an hour. So we'll call it 26 points of damage. 35 miles power impact versus windscreen. Let's roll for the windscreen. Yeah. The windscreen resists 1 point of damage, which reduces the vending machine to 26 points of damage. It just smashes straight through it. Then the person inside... takes 22 points of damage, and a sort of vaguely oblong-shaped hole appears in their torso. Car careens out of control.
Crashes into Pug.
Oh, it's gonna crash into another line waiting in a nightclub.
I'm gonna like randomize where the car goes, because it is going radially in Pug's direction.
No.
So it'll be a roll 1d10.
It's gonna roll over the Ares and destroy it.
No.
Actually, it goes the other way, back behind Blowback's van, Pseudo, do you want to take a shot at the car? It's literally out of control, about to crash into the pavement, but it literally goes through your line of sight.
We haven't done anything illegal yet. We've just tried to avoid the psychos trying to kill us. Everybody else has been aggressing against us.
Well,
we haven't shot or done
actually,
anything.
you have broken the speed limit, Mr.
Oh,
Blackman.
no!
80
Man, we
in
might-
a civilian zone? Come on.
Disgusting.
And, you know,
We only went
murder.
120 million. I didn't kill anybody.
Disgusting.
When did I kill somebody?
Technically, no. We've not actually done anything.
Joint enterprise. Joint enterprise is a law that you can just apply anywhere. But no, basically the car skids past you and careens into the left side, plows into a couple of parked vehicles, crushing them. No one was in those parked vehicles.
Yay.
Airbags go off in the other ones. What are you doing now? You're kind of standing there on the side. On the
I'm immediately going to say,
pavement
stop
and-
this car. Stop the car. Get Pug in the car. Let's go. Stop
Okay,
the
you
back
guys don't want to get the comm links out of the back of the car or anything?
I'm fairly
This is too
certain
public.
that car is probably going to be crawling with people soon.
Okay.
Pug's
I
gonna
stopped
chase.
the van.
Pug's gonna chase his precious Ares down and go for the van.
Also, chat is now listing your crimes. There's a few.
I can't see.
Damn it, Chad! Shut up.
Possession of many weapons. Hijacked a taxi.
They don't know
No
we
one can
hijacked the
prove
taxi. That was the dog brain. They gotta
one
prove it.
Can prove that.
That was a malfunction.
Yeah. Tech
Bad
Masters-
programming.
There's a reason why no one trusts them, because
Yeah.
nothing can be proved.
Step your game up, mega corporations. Why you killing people with your bad AI?
I know. Goddamn taxi AI.
Okay, so Pug hops in the van, and the van careens out of there.
With the Ares. He got the Ares. Did he get the Ares?
Oh, you pick up the Ares.
Oh, thank goodness.
Okay. Yeah,
Paint
you
job
pick up the
stuff,
Ares.
though.
You just about like dodge out the way of some traffic. To be fair, the traffic slows down to avoid like bits of debris from the other side of the road before coming to a halt, and you manage to grab the Ares and just jump in the van and take off.
Yeah, everybody's gonna be rubbernecking anyway. It's gonna be
Yeah.
easy to get out of there.
No one's gonna notice a bright pink van flying by and
Nope.
a huge troll jumping in the back. No, it's fine. It's normal.
They're
Vending machine
rubbernecking,
thrown
it's
in a
fine.
car. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, once we're in the car, Pug's gonna pull out, rip off the helmet, and just say, "Who the hell was that?"
That was, emphasis on was, Ben. And then
Who's Ben?
I ping up, literally as I'm saying that, I send over like a refresher of Ben Ward's information.
Okay, you've also got the information you could have just got from his public sin when it was on display, which includes a picture. And you see a vaguely middle-aged...
I literally have loads of stuff from his sin.
Yeah, vaguely middle-aged. You actually got all the pictures he took on his comlink as well. Oh, that's interesting. So you pick up all the pictures and just show them. So basically what you see is, starting several years ago when he first gets the comlink, pictures of him and Layla, she's tagged, going on like a cruise. It looks like it's some sort of honeymoon picture or whatever. Then there's like a couple of pictures of them moving into a house and pictures of like just random furniture as they're kind of choosing what furniture, etc. Then you get pictures of him, like before and after pictures of like trying to lose weight. There's a couple of pictures of him going to the gym, and it is at first a different gym, but then later on, about a year ago, it's the Large and Tiny's gym. And then Layla joins the gym as well. There's a couple of pictures of her, like, training, doing some cardio work, doing some speed bag work. And then, abruptly, like, about 3 weeks ago, you notice there's a bit of a change in their demeanor. You don't really see so many social pictures anymore at all. You get a few pictures, they tend to be of people or places, but without any real artistic sort of ideal behind those pictures. They seem to be just, this is a fact-finding picture. This is
more like the scouting things.
Yeah. And then there are, in fact, some pictures from today. There's a picture of Blowback coming out of a coffee shop. There's pictures of Tiny going into and coming out of a coffee shop. Not a coffee shop, sorry, a pub. There's pictures of Blowback getting into his van. There's pictures of the van with Pseudo getting in. There's a number of other pictures as well, but what you can deduce from that is up to you.
Okay. Right, well, it looks like these people were scoping Tiny. Once Tiny got in touch with you, Blowback, they got you. They got the van. They got me getting in the van.
And we don't know who they've handed these pictures off to at this point either.
No, because this was all day. Well, actually, it was a few hours, but more than likely it was passed around.
Not good stuff.
No.
What should I include when I report to Tiny? I'm going to tell him that she tried to run me over the car and we got out of the way, and that's why they're gone now. I'm not going to tell him that all this other crazy shit happened. I'm just going to be like, yeah, she tried to run me over with the car. I don't know what happened to her. I got out of there.
Sure,
But the rest of it...
Let him know that he was being spied on. That she was watching him. Or they were watching him. They've been watching other people too. Do I have any the pictures of the other people? Anything I recognize off the top of my head?
Well, there's a number of pictures of Tiny in there, vaguely different times, different places. You would also recognize... originally, a few weeks ago, there were some pictures of a VW Beetle, kind of rusted and broken down in the middle of a field next to a tree. What else?
We know that vehicle.
Oh, you guys don't. I do.
Given that Pseudo was watching through Kaba's comlink and partly through Blowbacks, would he? I feel he
yeah,
would
you probably know
recognize
that.
the
You probably
vehicle.
shared enough information that you'd recognize that.
And now he's mentioned that it was pink that they were going to see at the time. I'll draw specific attention to that. They were looking at Tiny. They were looking at pink. Have I got any information on large or?
There's no pictures of large that you can tell.
Or triple Z.
There's no pictures of triple Z. There we go. There are some pictures of someone else. So, anyone got any specialities in knowledge skills of politics at all? Okay, in which case, you can roll intuition -1 or
Pseudo
logic
is
-1.
going to be basically doing the equivalent of a Google image search on all of the pictures of everyone.
In which case, you will eventually get this. This is one of the candidates to be... sorry, not one of the candidates. Was recently elected to be mayor for one of the London boroughs.
Pics of candidate for mayor of London Borough. Okay.
Yeah, this is one of the new Conservative Party members, and I will grab the name right now.
What are the political parties in this time and day?
There's the Green Party, who just went out of power a few years ago. There's the New Conservative Party, and there's a couple of other much more minor ones. Those are the two big ones.
So the pirate party did not survive.
Not that you know of. That'll be Samuel Wright, MP. There are also pictures of... Oh, you've met some of these people. So yeah, you would recognize these. Deadbolt.
There we go.
Shooter.
Good.
One of whom is a dwarf sniper, the other one being a human stealth and breaking and entering expert. Both of whom are Shadowrunners who you met before.
Yeah, and both are connected. Like I'll be basically, as I'm going through this, I'm saying, yeah, I recognize this one. Yeah, I recognize this one. These were people that were connected to what I was looking at in Wales, here and there.
There is also pictures of a female elf that you don't recognize. Blowback. Do you want to? No, wait. It's Pseudo. You've got shadow rumors, right?
Yeah.
Can you roll me that?
Sure.
And I need to bring up my information that I've got on my background notes. Okay, what did you get for that?
I will tell you in just a second. I got one. I'll use a point of edge. The reroll. 9 dice.
Okay, you know this person. You've probably even had a conversation with them at some point in the past when talking about shadowrunning, discussing with looking into teams and so on for when you were initially trying to join the shadowrunning crew. This is Twin. She is an elf gunslinger. She's known for being pretty dab hand with pistols.
Okay.
Basically, her backstory is she got into the life because of her brother. She probably had a few drinks with you. You actually know her fairly well from the 6. Not like fairly well as in your friends, but you've at least had a conversation over some drinks at some point.
Yeah. I recognize her. I know her name. I could probably somehow get in touch with her if I needed to, just by knowing the circles to talk in.
Yeah. And all of you get to make a memory roll. So that will be intuition plus logic. No, willpower plus logic. Sorry, willpower plus logic.
Willpower plus logic. Okay. Excellent. I like willpower plus logic tests.
Pug does not.
Pug does not. And I'm going to use
What was the memory check? I'm sorry.
Willpower plus logic.
Damn.
4 successes. That one.
4 success is good enough. You vaguely recognize one of the pictures of a sort of older gentleman with sort of short cropped grey hair, sort of very weathered face, big grey coat wrapped around him, talking to someone in a picture. The person he's talking to is back is to the picture. You can't really see very well. It's out of focus for them. But this gentleman you vaguely recognize. You met him when you went to meet Leonid Koslov initially. He looks like that he was in some sort of important position in the Vori, maybe. And he was actually introduced to you, and you vaguely remember the name Mikhail.
Okay.
You also recognize, because that was a decent memory test, pictures from another one, which include a gentleman you can't remember the name or face very much, but you recognize seeing them in the pub that you went to meet the Irish contacts for the Irish mob.
Okay.
He was one of the bodyguards.
When we met the boss, yeah?
Yeah.
See, that is why you have a human in the group. All of the edge.
We've still got 1 extra edge, too.
Yeah, we do, actually.
There are also pictures of what appears to be some sort of server or something. You can't really tell any more than that because you don't really have a location or whatever.
I'll scout over this picture later because that would interest Pseudo quite a lot. Proper Blade Runner magnifying sort of thing, looking for any sort of serial codes or any identifying marks on the hardware or the blades of the server and that kind of stuff. He's got quite a lot of contacts that would probably be able to help him with that kind of info.
And the rest of the team, quite easily on their 2 memory checks, recognize another picture of a female elf with sort of this golden brown hair. She was a contact you had last week for your run against Theta Krup's boat.
Okay.
And they're also
Pseudo is sharing all of this information. By the way, where are we heading at the moment? Because Pseudo's doing this while we're in the van. If we're not heading anywhere, then if we're not heading anywhere, then Pseudo, I'm going to suggest that we just keep in motion. Just go through them. Just drive somewhere out of the way, somewhere that's known for having a low response time with Lone Star. Just basically keep clear of the Yaks, keep clear of the Irish, but go to the seedier parts of town where the police aren't necessarily going to send someone unless they've got a really good idea for it. Also, by the way, burn your sins, and Pseudo burns the sin at that point.
So, by the way, when we got to the refreshed edge, we actually got to the point where everyone refreshed the point of edge. So, we're at the point where not only do you have those plus points of edge, you actually got to the point a little while ago where we got the refresh points of edge for everyone. So, if you have a refreshed point of edge, you get to refresh point of edge now.
Done and done.
And the last picture you recognize instantly as you get to the very last picture on there, taken probably 2.5 weeks ago, is Pug.
Oh.
There are several pictures of him. No, the fight at this point was about 6 weeks ago. There are several pictures of him.
You gotta admire Pug.
In between the boat session and the fight on his downtime, going in and out of like some stores.
I am literally, as you mentioned, there were several. I'm looking for any identifying marks, landmarks to tell me where he was. Were there any that were near a place where he lives?
You literally just drove past the shop in the background of the picture about 5 minutes ago.
Pug, wherever. I don't know what this place means to you, but it's no longer safe for you to be here. And since Blowback hasn't said anything, I'm overriding and burning his sin off that comlink and then bricking it. Unless it was his main comlink, in which case I'm just going to chew him out so badly and then tell him to brick it and buy that one.
Wait, what?
Were you broadcasting your sin this whole time on your main comlink or a burner comlink?
I always use the burners while I have them.
Then I just bricked it. It's now smoking and fitzing and the same.
Like, I would assume that, like, for EE's purposes, I'm always using a burner unless I specifically say that I'm using my nice one.
Awesome. Okay.
And then he can just be like, all right, kill that comm link at the end of whatever run we're on, and we can just assume I'll take one off the list.
There's also a file on there. And part of the file...
Oh, okay.
Basically, you see a reference very quickly to unknown whether Blowback is currently affected. Need more research on the topic.
I do not share that.
Okay.
Affected?
Okay. Right, I'm not even going to say that they need to do any kind of pause or test on this. I literally stutter. Like, in meat space, I almost glitch. As I'm trying, my body's trying to catch up with my brain is doing. I was midway through saying, and there's nothing, never mind. After a noticeable awkward pause.
There's a what?
Nothing. There was just, I thought there was something, but there wasn't. It's just.
I'm gonna make a judge intentions roll on Pseudo.
He's not gonna have to try. I'm just gonna say he would know him well enough to know he's hiding something, and that he's not hostile towards him. Like, he's not with any sort of negative intent, but he's not being completely honest. Like, he wouldn't even need to try to work that out because Pseudo is so. Like, he was in the zone of just passing this information out. So the moment he came to something which he shouldn't, he was already halfway through trying to pass it out, and then suddenly have to stop.
Unknown whether Blowback. It's just like that far in, and just suddenly like, wait, what am I reading? Yeah,
that kind of thing. I would say it was like, and there's a third nothing, because like, I mean, you know, Pseudo can read a file at stupidly lightning speed, but he is definitely more aware of Blowback's presence now than he was a few moments ago. And perhaps shifting a little bit further away in his seat. But, yeah, so, Pug, were you broadcasting a sin when you came out just now?
No, you said not to have a sin on.
Good. Fantastic. Then your sins might be
Pug,
alright.
listen good.
If you've been going back and forth to this place, you can assume, since you're the only one they have long-term intel on.
Why am I in that picture book?
Because they've been watching you.
Why?
They're watching all of us, man.
The hell do they want?
You won a championship fight. What did you think was going to happen from that?
Chances
Why
are
do you
they're
think
investigating.
we thought that was bad?
Chances are they're investigating anybody that has anything to do with Tiny, because it all branches out from him. He was the first one listed, and they're probably just watching everybody who's come into contact with him over the course of the last 2 months. And they're just running down leads
I don't
one
think
by
Tiny
one.
was the beginning, but Tiny is definitely close to the start.
Yeah, he's the focal. He's in a focused area.
something really bad happened in Wales. Something that I'm fairly certain are trying to cover up. Something that they're finding very difficult to cover up. They're resorting to some pretty scorched earth tactics in order to try and make sure that whatever has gone on doesn't get out there. But I think it's pretty bad in and of itself. Like, I think they're trying not just to cover it up, but try to I don't know. I don't know what happened. It was a lab, a research lab. Bad things happen in research labs. Really, really bad things happen in research labs.
Pug's gonna reach out and put a hand on the panther, makes him feel better.
And it does.
Well, our focus now is I'm going to set up another meet with Tiny. I'm going to show him the pictures, and I'm going to let him do most of the talking and the explaining. Because he hired me to do this investigation. We have information now, and he needs to... I mean, if he keeps... He's hurting everybody now at this point, because we're all in the pictures with him. As far as I'm concerned, that puts us on the same team. Whether we like that or not, someone is coming after all of us right now. We're all in these pictures, excluding you, Pseudo.
Before you do that, let's just lie low for a day or two. Or
Sure.
at least just a day. There's a lot of stuff that we need to do. And I'm going to need to have a word with you later. Just something about the van.
Yeah,
I can do a
sure.
deception roll if Pug thinks he'd be able to pick up on that. But
Pug, what's your charisma?
3.
And you do have, like, the social skills group, don't you?
No, not the social skills group. Picked up etiquette and con, and intimidation and perception.
Yeah, okay. Soon to make a deceive roll.
okay.
Yeah, con. If you wouldn't mind.
Oh, of course. What is my con? That is my con. That will be 4.
Pug, can you make me a charisma plus intuition? You're just pleased to be touching the gun again. It's quite calming. Sort of
It's all about the gun.
Sort of cool
It's soothing.
chrome is, yeah, it speaks to you.
There's words going on at the front of the van, whatever.
You're just nodding along, just happy to be there with the gun. Yeah, and I think that's probably a good place to leave for tonight.
Yeah, I think that's a really good session.
It's a fantastic spot.
What the hell is going on, EE?
Well, Pseudo has some dots and a couple of lines. I suspect he's got a few. He's aware of a few more dots than you guys are, and has also managed to join us a couple of them more than you guys have. So probably in the next session, he's going to be a bit of a round table sort of thing. It's like, look, this is what I know has gone down, and this is what I think has gone down based on what I know. And this is how many levels of fucked I think we are as a result of that.
We also need to figure out how we're bringing Caber into this, because Caber and Tiny have a nasty history.
Yeah.
And
What's
eventually...
what's one punch between two men? Nothing.
Yeah, I mean, they probably
Caber's
buy a
a man.
beer and then be
He's an
fine.
actor. He's very different.
Neither's Tiny then.
Oh, Tiny's a man. That is amused.
Yeah, you have like a third bathroom sign with this little pointy-eared face.
Don't go
Oh,
there.
God.
That's mean.
But anyway, it'll be interesting to see what happens next week now. Yeah. It's interesting to see you going for the the superfluous data for once. I was like, this data is actually not superfluous. Whoops.
Yay.
Well, we thought we could ignore it.
I think the
I'm
worst part is going to be
very happy for the amount of edge that I had in that one, though.
Yeah.
And mostly because I could have burnt some of my edge to try and shoot my gun, but it was like the thing that I was holding back from, and I do apologize that quite a few of Pseudo's turns were like, "Meh," is that I realized that if I had Pseudo do something, it was so that I could feel like I was doing something, but not because I think Pseudo would have realistically thought that doing it was going to help. I could have used edge to be able to shoot through the glass and maybe hit the guy with a pistol shot, and I might have done a little bit of damage. But it was like, there's so many other things that are happening right now. I'm just going to leave it to the people who've got the right tools for doing this thing.
Yeah.
Rather than try to be, yay, look, I'm relevant. But as a result, I had edge left over to use on memory tests and stuff like that. And that was actually unexpectedly useful.
Yeah, it worked out really well. I think everyone used edge today, which was very unusual.
Yeah, that was really good.
My guys used all their
for all
edge.
of the restored edge.
Would it make sense for us to have some type of bar or something at the back of the van that we could use to hold on to and like be able to open up one of the doors and actually return fire at a vehicle that's chasing us? Like, holy crap.
I'm gonna add
It was
murder holes.
Six turns of just taking shots. Like, are you kidding?
Like, you know, in World War II, how they'd have like the metal things that would slide open on bunkers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add those to the back and the sides so that we have better options there, and maybe even put in little like tripods or bipods or whatever alongside each slot. Yeah, I'm gonna fiddle around with stuff. I mean, I may just get a different vehicle. In all honesty.
Yeah, to be honest, if we can afford or steal one, then getting something with much better handling would be so good, because your dice pools are astronomical if I've got one of my sprites with a good
Yeah, we have a
diagnostics
bottleneck.
run on it.
A big bottleneck.
There's only so much you can do with a transit van.
We did pretty well with this one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be
It worked
fair,
fine.
yeah, I'm shooting you with my submachine gun. You missed. What? You missed.
You will have noticed, by the way, they were firing explosive rounds.
Damn.
Yeah.
They wanted
Even
it.
better that you missed. Oh my god.
But no,
Holy crap.
it's a very tough van. You'd have probably been fine still, but yeah.
You'd have been okay inside. The van would have been taking craters on the outside, though, so it's just as well it didn't.
Yeah. Oh, but next week's gonna be fun. It's gonna all hit the fan.
Next week may start off with a bit of talky, but hopefully it'll be really interesting. Kind of, there are lies hidden within riddles. Kind of.
We're moving towards our first deep run, like our first like run upon
don't
runs.
Don't say deep run, because it means something very different to a Technomancer. It means something glorious. And I hope we are heading towards one of those, by the way.
And yeah, chat, we will name this episode A Tiny Favor. That was a good suggestion.
But are you going to do it with a U?
Yeah, like the right way.
That's how you spell
Oh,
Favour.
gross.
Right, so we're going to just go through like all the attributions, the thank yous and stuff. Then we're going to go through where people can catch people next week, and then we'll go through the tip thank yous. And of course, by the way, you can totally catch us next week at the same time, same place. Twitch.tv/Roll4It at 9
Hopefully
PM GMT.
I'll be okay. I'm so sorry that I missed 2 sessions so close
You
together.
can't help
but,
being ill.
It
No.
works with the narrative too. Like now that you come
Yeah,
back, you've got like a whole bunch of stuff that like makes sense while you were gone. So it's
It
all
did
good.
help
Yeah.
that your character in particular was the one missing, because you'd already said, I really want to look
Yeah.
into Wales, and I was like, well, fine, I mean, you perfectly well do that, and you have contacts.
Yeah.
Um,
It worked out well in the end, but I am sorry for not being around. I mean, if there's any consolation, I would really have preferred to have been around last week rather than going through what I was going through at the time.
Especially because there's a lot of money involved.
And the money, I wouldn't have cared even if my character died, honestly. I would have just rather have been here
Yeah.
and well than, my stomach exploding out of my face. That was not good times.
No. But yeah, this session, nobody got any money, but people are getting tons of experience because they decided to do a mission without asking for pay. So, karma. But anyway, so, of course, thank you very much to, we'll start off with our artwork. If I flick back to the standard screen, you can see the beginnings of our artwork actually almost getting to the final stages. You can see Favour there, and in fact, if we just move it over slightly, I might be able to show you.
Pug.
Yeah. Let me just...
I'm going to be amused by people's reactions when they see what Pseudo actually looks like. And by the way, Pseudo is being drawn literally to the letter of my specification. There was very little vagary in my description. I went down
Yes.
to the color of his individual nails that he paints them. It was pretty in detail.
We're still waiting to get the rest of the lineup finished, but we do have currently Pug and Favour, so that's what Pug looks like. And yes, I had to enlarge the screen a lot to be able to fit that in. I like Kilo's response. Holy, that's Pug. Yeah. But yeah, thank you very much to Danger Brain for that on Twitter. I think it's DNGR Brain off the top of my head. We also have, let me see, all of our amazing music tonight. We actually went out and got slightly different music going on tonight, in fact. The track everyone was asking about is called Mobile Electro by Epidemic Sound. Quite a lot of the music we play is by Epidemic Sound, which is great. And there's some Frozen Synapse music, some Endless Space music, which is from Fly By No. The music we had for breaks and stuff is A Color of Fiction by Invocation Array. There's some Ken McLeod in there. And the recent stuff I've been playing for the last bit of the Revelations is by Secession Studios, which is off the album Kinetic. Also, if you want to see anything about the attribution for the stuff that's in the videos, the intros and stuff, that's on their YouTube ones in the description at the bottom. You can check all that out there, especially thanks to things like the free films from Blender, where they allow you to just reuse them, provided you reference them, which is where a lot of the material for some of the shooting scenes came from. Other than that, we've got Lady Shelab, who did the voiceovers, so massive thanks to her. And I believe that's all the attribution off the top of my head. So, we'll get right on to tips after. Avak, where can people catch you until next week and what will you be doing?
You can catch me over on YouTube and Twitch with the username Avak, and on Twitter, Avak_. I'm slowly getting back to recording my regular series and getting back to streaming. I obviously had to take a fairly extensive break while I was ill. But I am currently playing through Dark Souls 3. It's a blind run. I'm having a load of fun. I'm going out of my way to avoid spoilers. And as a result, I'm dying lots. But it's funny. I'm also playing Stardew Valley. I'm playing Stellaris with the Blood Moon Coven. Basically, what I imagine a cross between a xenomorph and a chrysalid from XCOM would look like, and would actually play like as well. There's lots of trying to conquer other races, make them slaves, lay eggs in them, that sort of thing. It's pretty, nice. I treat my second class citizens quite well. I wouldn't really call them citizens, more like pets that I don't eat really. But yeah, okay. And I am also playing RimWorld. Unfortunately, my RimWorld colony has just fallen. That video went up earlier today. Yes, indeed. So I'm going to be starting a new one. So anyone who's interested in being in with a chance of their name being one of the founding colonists of the next one, which will be starting pretty soon, just need to drop a comment on the last in my video on my RimWorld series, and I just basically randomize all the comments and just pick names from there. But yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm also thinking of possibly returning to Terror Attack soon. Game's come along a long way. Like, that was my go-to, I'm sick, I need something entertaining to do game that I was playing on and off when I felt good enough to be at the computer. And it's really, really good game at the moment. I'm really liking it.
Splatter, so what will you be doing?
Not a whole lot right now. YouTube.com/SplatterCatGaming, Twitch TV/SplatterCatGaming. You can find me over there playing a lot of Total War Warhammer right now. Not a big Total War fan, but I like Warhammer a lot, so it seduced me on over. On top of that, I'm playing the new Doom, which I think we should be finishing up pretty shortly. It feels like it's coming to the end. And then on top of that, just a bunch of random indie games, and so nothing too specific to stand out right there. I'm going to be rotating content pretty soon.
I've got to say, as far as Total War Warhammer goes, I'm currently playing the Vampire Count, but EE's is the only other Let's Play that I'm actually watching because his orc voice is quite possibly the best thing in the universe. He also really likes orc. Like, you can tell he knows a lot about the lore. He's really, really fun. He really gets into character. It's awesome. I really enjoy it.
Okay. Shen.
I am at youtube.com/Shenner2 and twitch.tv/Shenner. I've been sick for about a week, and it came off of vacation, so I had like a kind of a 2-week break, and it was just awful. I have to get back into the strides. But we're doing EU4 what is it called? Sunset Invasion. That's coming to a close very soon. Also working on Stellaris with our Space Hippie run. And today, if you guys missed an adventure this morning, we started on Barbie and Sisters Puppy Rescue. And let me tell you, that is my new candidate for Game of the Year. Fuck Doom, fuck Warhammer. It's Barbie. It's good stuff.
You heard it here first, folks. It's great to see it like winning packs and all that. I'm at youtube.com/EnterElysium, twitch.tv/EnterElysium, and twitter.com/EnterElysium. You'll find me streaming on this Saturday and then Tuesday. And on the YouTubes, I will be doing Stellaris, in which we've just beaten a fallen empire. Everyone was like, you are going to die, you're going to lose. And I was like, hold on, folks. Hold on. I stick up for my AI citizens. And we beat them. And then the Sector AI is going to go ahead and replace all the awesome buildings with, like, tier 1 food depots. I will... Spoilers. The next episode consists of me going, why are you doing this? For, like, 5 minutes.
There's a new Chapel comic right up your alley.
I saw that. It was like, you've given me this place that produces, like, hundreds of minerals. Excellent. With all these slaves. Okay, you can all be free now. Riot. And also build me food. I saw that. Yeah, it made me very happy. I'm also doing... what am I doing? I'm finishing off Battlefleet Gothic. I don't know how far I am towards the end of that. It's very long. But I've managed to beat a Blackstone Fortress the first time, and the Elder are now on my side-ish. And Duskers, where I'm losing drones gradually. And also, hopefully, very shortly, Hearts of Iron 4. I hear codes are maybe coming out at some point.
I'm just watching chat erupt with, it's about to get to an orc off. Orc off, all riot.
Not doing it.
Oh.
What? You think you're the stumpiest?
I don't like it. Like, it puts me on edge when people put it on demand. Like, if it's spontaneous, I'm cool. But I hate it when people put shit on demand.
I'm in
like,
GM
no,
mode
sing
right at
that
the
thing.
moment. Like,
no.
It happens.
Well, when we started,
go and watch Splat's Let's Play. That's the only pause.
Go
watch his Let's Play.
That's not how it works, though. Like, ask EE what was going on last night. What was keeping him up last night?
What was going on last night, EE? What was keeping him up?
Rap battle.
Is this the story I want to know? Because like, if it was,
it was a rap battle. Next door, we're having a rap battle until 5 a.m.
That's an impressive rap battle. Like the entire time.
Yeah.
This is why you need to have
three.
That's a mean flow right there. That's a mean flow. 5 hours straight.
Well, there were like multiple people involved. Like there were at least, like half a dozen people or something.
I approve.
Must skill. Stumpy. Need more fightiness.
But yeah, let's go read some tips. Actually, that kept me up like 2 nights ago. Actually, last night was me watching Pitch Perfect with a friend. Because Pitch Perfect is amazing.
Oh yes, I saw that on Twitter.
Yep. Right, scrolling all the way down. What is the date today? 26. 25th. Black Swimmer, $25. Unfortunately, I can't stick around for the stream. Love watching the VODs, though. Thanks for the show. Thank you very much, Black Swimmer. And that was your first day of the night. That was before we even began the proper part of the show. It was in the FAQ bit. $10 from Perpetual Student. No message. Thank you. $10 from Kenyan Crusader 92. Can't wait to see what happens this week. Been looking forward to this. Kenyan Crusader. Thank you very much. $30 from Jabro 93. Blowback for face. I think people were so impressed by you. Yeah.
Gotta move some karma around.
$5 from Chaos Dispenser. More dice. $111.63 from Skeletar Rancid.
What?
Get good. Actually, get gut. But yeah. Thank you very much. That was a lot of dice. Then chat tried to get it to be like a round number, but everybody in chat did it at the same time. So in come a lot of...
I saw there was someone who did $9.99. They didn't
that was
want
a little
round
bit later.
numbers.
Yeah,
they
this-
wanted
this one-
chaos.
This one,
I actually
everyone
saw a
tried to
couple of
make
people
it-
say, "Quick, someone donate 1 cent
Yeah.
just to mess with people." There's always going to be someone who wants to watch the world burn.
Then Kenyan Crusader with $9.37. I believe in the team I Just Want to Help. Love Kenyan Crusader. Sorry for spelling and stuff. Dyslexic. Amusingly, the only part that you spelt wrong was dyslexic. So you did very well.
To be fair, I think the word dyslexia is just a cruel trick on those of us
No,
who
it
are
is like the
dyslexic.
hardest word to spell in that
It's
entire
like,
sentence by far.
What? Why have you got a word to describe a people who generally really have a hard time with letters and spelling, but it's so bloody hard to spell? That's like sibilance. Because
It's
anyone with
Greek.
a sibilance finds it hard to say the bloody word sibilance. It's like, oh, you're just taking the piss now. That's just mean.
Then 337 from Green Shadow, 622. OCD Lives. Also trying to round it. You notice all these 37s at the end. $8.37 from Tau GDS, OCD, and Edge. Keep up the awesomeness. And Nice Beard Avac. It's because they were right next to an edge threshold to get more edge. And it was an odd number. So everyone was like, tip at the same time. But the problem is because
You've got a lot of love this stream.
Yeah, no, you got
I
lots
just
of love
haven't
for Beard.
shaved because I've been sick. So I just
Apparently you should be sick more often.
I've got like one blade left, and I haven't been up the shop like last week, which is when I was going to go get the blades. I was like, no, I'll just shave it into a shape, and then I'll shave the rest of it off. No, apparently I've got to keep it.
I'm shaving just really rarely at the moment because my like electric razor, which I normally used to get it down short and then like wet razor it, has just given up and just starts pulling hairs. It's like epilating your face now. So because I don't do that,
imagine how horribly
it's
painful
really
that would
painful.
be.
I was like, ow. I need to check if this is just one time or if it's still broken. And I put it back in and went, no. Ripped like a chunk out of the side of my cheek, and I was like, nope.
That was not a smart decision.
It's science. You've got to repeat it. It's got to be repeatable.
Yeah, that is a scientist. I was going to comment on that.
Then 1226 from Perpetual Student. Darn those odd numbers. I think that finally sorted out the oddness and made it go even again. Then it was $10 from Kodoc. Might as well even out the edge. Could be useful. Cheers, chummers. $5 from Dumb Blitzador. You guys need this tonight. Good luck on the run. 10 from Tom555J. No message. $9.99 from Tau GDS Gaming. No message. That was the one with $9.99 that people were like, Then 20 from Echo 419 OP. And I cry sometimes when I'm flying through cyberspace. I've given all up on the spam, and I look to Sudo and ask, what's going on?
I knew where that was going.
I had to
could
try. I was like,
sense
what tune is this? What am I meant to be? And I cry sometimes when I'm flying through. I can't get it. I don't know.
You gotta try. Come on. Donated all that money for you to try.
The problem is because I watched Pitch Perfect last night and because it's got. I cry sometimes. See, I can't get flying through cyberspace to fit.
Sorry, Chad. I tried.
I'm a disappointment. The problem is every time I hear that chord progression at the beginning, and I watched Pitch Perfect last night, it sounds like the beginning to I stepped off the plane at LAX. And the problem is that's where I get like my brain just.
Yeah, well, when you've got two songs vying for control in your brain, it is quite
especially when it's the same chord progression and it's a simpler chord progression, it takes over. Because I go da 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 da. Yeah. Anyway, right. 908 from Tumel. This is 1,000 Japanese yen. Keep up the good work. There we go. We actually got genuine 9. Thank you very much, Tumel. 1093 from Black Sun. Dumping off some financial logs about a recent heist on the Open Matrix. Any of you chummers feeling lucky? Sponge out any 9 that's yours to keep. Deleting it in 48 hours. Good luck, Black Sun. Your friendly random decker. There we go.
Yay.
And then $10 from Dumb Blitzador. No message.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Thank you so much to everyone. You've all been.
Hope you guys are
lovely
enjoying
audience.
this story. It's going crazy places.
Yeah, this is the point where I'm like, I don't know if you want to like run with the story and cut out the side jobs that we've been doing, or because at this point you might just be like, we're in too deep, we've got to push through. You might also go, we need to hide.
I don't know. I feel, especially for Pseudo, I need more karma. I need a lot more karma before I take this on. There's like at least 3 echoes I want before I start getting deep into this kind of nonsense.
Oh.
See, the thing is, this is a little bit of, OC and possibly meta. But imagine nanobots plus skin link. If I can directly interface with anything that I am physically in contact with, and the moment any nanobot got into Pseudo, he'd know immediately because he'd be directly interfacing with it. Anything that his body touches, which one can only assume is true if it's inside him, he's got a direct matrix connection to straight away. Imagine that. Control over nanobots. I could just change the shape of my face. It would be like in a space. It would be great.
Job, do you want to shoot yourself up with nanobots?
I might do if that was... Skin link,
okay.
Yeah. You know what? In for a penny, in for a pound.
I mean, it might work.
It might work. It might not. You know what? It would be a good way to go out. Like,
well, it would be a good way to go out and be like, I'm going to try this because I want to be able to change my face. Might just be like, oh, well. But yeah, thank you very much to everyone
that's what they want you to think, Kavak.
Coming along. It was revelatory, I think is the correct word. Again, thank you so much for all being really amazing, coming and watching, people for subbing, tipping, and just enjoying the show in the background. It's really nice to have a great community like this. I think I speak for all of us when I say that. So we'll be here same time next week. Hopefully you will enjoy, and hopefully we'll have some sort of revelations to the myriad of questions now buzzing around people's minds. I'll be interested to see what people come up with on Twitter and stuff. If people want to spam like the Twitter with their like theories about what's going on and discuss it, it'd be interesting. But it's what we need a subreddit for, really, so that people can just come up with crazy theories.
Yeah.
Get on that. No comment. Anyway.
We shall try.
Yeah. Until next time. Hopefully you will enjoy. Stay safe in the shadows. Stay shiny.
Take care,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.